What if the only thing standing between you and God is a lie you've been telling yourself for years? Here is Chris, a man in his late 30s. And for over a decade, he has lived like a ghost, present in every room, but gone from everyone that mattered. He knows what shame feels like, first thing in the morning. He knows what it costs to look your own child in the eye when you've let her down. Again, the bottle was never just a habit. It was the only thing that silenced the voice inside, the one that kept its own count of every wrong thing he had ever done. The marriage he destroyed, the father he never became, the man he swore he would never be. He had built a gospel out of his guilt, and it had one central doctrine. Some people God forgives, and some people like Chris, God simply cannot reach. One evening, something pulls him near a church. He doesn't go in. He never goes in anymore. He stands just outside the doorway, close enough to hear the worship, far enough to feel like it belongs to someone else. He has been outside for so long that he has forgotten what it felt like to be on the inside. But grace, real grace, doesn't wait for you to feel clean enough to enter. Later that night, he opens his Bible for the first time in years. John chapter 8, a woman dragged into a public square, exposed, condemned, surrounded by those who had already decided her verdict. And Jesus knelt in the dirt. Not to shame her, not to add to the weight already crushing her. He wrote something no one will ever know. And then he looked at her, the way no one had looked at her in a very long time, and said, "Neither do I condemn you." Where sin increased, grace increased all the more. Romans 5, verse 20. That is not a suggestion. That is a promise. And then he finds it. Luke 15, verse 20. The son who wasted everything, who rehearsed his apology all the way home, convinced he would arrive to judgment. But the father saw him while he was still a great way off, and he ran. He didn't wait. He didn't make the son clean himself up first. He ran and threw his arms around filth and called it a celebration. This is the God Chris had been hiding from, a God who runs toward the broken, a God who sees you from a distance and moves first. Chris doesn't have the words. He doesn't need them. He gets on his knees on the floor of that small apartment as the first light of morning comes through the window, and for the first time in 11 years, he stops running. You are not the exception to his love. You are exactly who he came for. He was found, and so can you.
If this message found you just in time, like this video and subscribe to this channel.